I think we nailed it, and it's Players Week, so I think we jump in.
Absolutely. Big week. I kind of got into it actually with the guy on the YouTube comments. So appreciate, I don't have it pulled up here, but appreciate everybody tuning into the YouTube page. So, go subscribe to our YouTube page there. If you comment, I'll respond back. And because I clicked out our player or our Masters, our major championship preview. And of course, I included the players. It's our ongoing joke here. If you're new to the podcast, we believe that the players should be a major. Majority of golfers don't think it should be, which look, I understand. But this guy was pretty much making the argument because he started off saying don't include the players, not a major, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, why not? In my opinion, it meets every single criteria. It's the same venue. It's been around long enough, which was, I think, the knock on it. But he brought up a good point, which I'm going to bring it up real quick here. That's all right. He said that the players, if the players were serious about being a major, then they should include the live guys to be able to play in it because the other major championships are. I thought that was an interesting argument. I haven't necessarily considered that. Now, the other golf organizations haven't taken the stand that the PGA Tour has. And since this is the biggest tournament by the PGA Tour, I understand why they're not letting those guys play in it. Well, again, tough look. Cam Smith, defending Players Championship, will not be there this week. But I just thought that was an interesting argument that I hadn't heard before. But that being said, it is the biggest event the PGA Tour puts on. TPC Sawgrass Stadium course. That course will kick your teeth in if you are not careful. So really excited for this week. Like, golf is in full swing, no pun intended. We are here. I'm so pumped for the players this week.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think because, like you said, it's the PGA Tour's baby. It's their biggest week of the year for the PGA Tour. It's just not going to happen. And I think one of the funny videos I saw this came out today or yesterday was Cam Smith was interviewed, and he was saying he loves the tournament. He's watched his whole life. The defending champion. He's going to be watching it from his house. And he said he might even buy a ticket and be behind the ropes. So thought that was pretty funny, but this isn't a live episode.
Nope.
But yeah, players is a great week. I think last year, if I remember correctly, the weather was insane. Tons of rain, tons of wind. And I think the move up in the calendar in March has made it a little more unpredictable. So I'm just hoping for some good weather because I just want good conditions because it's such a great tournament.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I was there in 2019 when Rory won, and it was beautiful. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then a cold front comes through Saturday night, and it is no lie, like 55 degrees, like really cold actually, because it's North Florida and in March. You can still get those cold Arctic blasts that come through, and when you're having 80, 85 degree weather and then all of a sudden it's 55, it hits you like a Mack truck. You definitely feel it. So
was that the players where Tiger was just Dunk City on 17? And by Dunk City, I mean wet.
Yeah. He hit it in the water twice on 17 on Friday, I believe. I was there. I watched it happen. I have it on video of him hitting in the water, actually. Maybe I'll overlay it here. I don't know. The PGA Tour is weird about their media rights, but yeah, that's
man, I forget.
He still made the cut though.
We're talking about closing stretch of the Players or the Arnold Palmer. I forget how good it is. Players 16, 17, 18, maybe as good as it gets. I can't freaking wait. I kind of forgot.
Totally agree.
I forgot, honestly. But
I mean, as soon as you hit that, it's so the tee shot on 16. Because I'm unfortunate to play the course a few times. Once you turn the corner just past the tree, so you can see. It truly is a stadium feel. That's why they call it the stadium course. 16, 17, it's a big arena looking thing. And then 18, we all know that finish is just iconic too, with the water on the left, with this beautiful clubhouse right behind the green. Yeah, it's a great stretch of golf.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Such a good finish. It's gonna be a great week.
It really is. Yeah, moving it to March, I think we're still getting used to the schedule. The course just plays different, honestly. I remember, man, was it 2016, I believe, when Jason Day won? that's when they were complaining about the winds because the course was so dry, and the winds were about 35 miles an hour that the ball couldn't stay on the green because the greens were running so fast. Scores just skyrocketed, which again, J-Day ended up winning. They were all complaining about it, but I'm like, dude, you're a pro golfer. Like, I don't want to hear about you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you complain about green speeds. But and moving it into March, they overseed the course. It looks a lot more aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion. Like I said, it's a great course. TPC Sawgrass, that whole Sawgrass area, Ponte Vedra, it's beautiful. So I'm ready to dive into it, T-Bone. Who are some of your favorites to win this week to come away with not the silver one, which, by the way, since it's like the players' like new trophy, get ready for the animation. The golden players animation on 17, it's going to be outrageous.
Yeah, I can't wait. All right, I got the odds pulled up here. We got Rahm and Rory at plus 850, Scheffler plus 1,000. And I think I'm going to go one notch below that at plus 1,900. This guy is starting to heat up, had a backdoor top 10 this week, and I think he's still looking for his signature win. I'm going to go Patrick Cantlay.
Wow.
Played really well this last week. I think I've seen Rahm, Rory, and Scheffler kind of bounce around enough that I kind of don't want to pick them just because I can't decide. And I think it's time for a signature win from Mr. Cantlay. So I'm going to go with Pat.
I love it. I think that's a great pick. Yeah, I mean, looking at the odds here, Rory, Rahm, Scheffler, Cantlay, JT, Homo, Morikawa, Scheffler, Victor Hovland, who got a hole-in-one this week. Shout out to Hovland. J-Day, which Jason Day, man, he's playing some pretty good golf this year.
Yeah,
it's good to see him back. He took a few years where he was not near the top of leaderboards. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a throwback with Ricky back, Jason Day, Justin Rose been playing good. So
and take me back to 2010.
Faces. Yeah, we're seeing some familiar faces. I like it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, once you get past really the top, if you look at the betting odds, past Sung J M, I think who's your preseason pick. That's where it gets a little dicey for me. Like, as much as I love guys like Matsuyama, Tommy Fleetwood, Sam Burns, Keith Mitchell, I'm not going to pick them to win the Players Championship. I think guys like that might be a good pick for like a top 15 if you're placing that wager down. But in order to win, especially the players, one thing I like about it is that the cream rises to the top. I mean, the last three winners off the top of my head are Cam Smith, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy. I mean, even before that, you had Justin Thomas, Tiger, or not Justin Thomas, I'm sorry, Jason Day. I mean, these are some of the Webb Simpson, the premier players in the world, tend to win this golf tournament. And in my opinion, TPC Sawgrass, yes, you have to hit it off the tee, but that is a second shot golf course. Yes, you have to put in the fairway, but there's so many like weird little pop bunkers. I mean, Pete Dye and his wife, his wife gets the credit for 17. She was like, hey, why don't you just like dig a bunch of dirt on there and fill it with water, end up with the island green. So shout out to Miss Dye. I forget her name off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a beast. And there's so many like undulations in those greens too, where you got to be on the right side of the green, where if you don't do it, you bring 3-putt into play, no doubt in my mind. So I believe Will Zalatoris was my preseason pick. I'm going to adjust that a little bit here. I'm going to go Colin Morikawa for the Players Championship. I don't know if it's because I just watched that Netflix special, but Colin Morikawa, he's an absolute ball striker, won a couple majors already. I think even though the Players doesn't get the credit it deserves to be the major championship yet, whenever you enter the World Golf Hall of Fame, you say, how many major championships has he won and Players championships? Those are listed in the same breath. So I think guys like Colin Morikawa, he's going to win at least one Players, so I think he gets it done this week.
I like it. Good pick. I don't think you have to be a bomber here. Irons are going to be key. So I think those are solid picks. Happy we didn't go with the top three with Scotty, Rahm, and Rory. So we'll
I
see
mean,
what happens.
Rahm's the best player in the world right now, right? Like, I think McIlroy technically has better betting odds at the moment. It looks like him and Rahm are the same. I'm looking at DraftKings right now; they're both plus 900. But Rahm's won 3 times already this year. Like, it's so hard not to bet against John Rahm, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we're crazy for thinking that, but maybe he's my pick for the Masters. Stay tuned to find out. But yeah, I just think Morikawa, if he gets the putter rolling just a little bit, dude, just get it rolling just a little, he is unstoppable.
I agree. Yeah, he's a freak. I thought he was going to run away with it after the first round this past week. What he shoot 67 or 5 or something insane,
Yeah.
and kind of fizzled away. I was really upset about it, but he's maybe slightly unpredictable, but pretty predictable that he's going to be near the leaderboard. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, going back to it real quick. I mean, I'm looking at former players champions. I mean, they're Cam Smith, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, Webb Simpson are the last 4 winners. What are those guys known for? They're ball striking. They're phenomenal iron players and drivers of the ball off the tee. I mean, Webb Simpson, I think he's phenomenal, but like the guy literally had to revamp his entire putting because of the anger ban, but he still won the players. How about Siwoo Kim winning in 2017? Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
That was good showing. Jason Day, then we all know Ricky Fowler, what he did in 2015, which is phenomenal. Martin Keimer, he's won a couple majors too, throw players in there, and then Tiger. And then after that, there was a weird stretch where it was like Tim Clark, KJ Choi, Matt Kuchar. But anyway, I digress. Good times. Good times. But also, they've redone TPC Sawgrass since then. So it's just, they make it that much harder, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I hope it's a good week. If you have a chance to go out there, do it. It's a phenomenal tournament, phenomenal time. So I think I got some friends going. So shout out to y'all. And hope you have fun. Send me pics.